It was just out of my routine, and without Nathan in school, everything is just complete
It's hard
chaos.
to keep track of the days when your kids aren't in school.
It is. It really is.
You know, Debbie's an author.
I
We're going
do
to get
know
into that before it's over with, too, where she is on her next, in her series of books. Mm-hmm. I mean, right here in our
Right here.
community, in this community, someone with that kind of talent.
There are
All right.
lots of
And a
someones.
public speaker.
A public speaker, too?
Yeah.
That,
Yeah.
too?
Did you not
Yeah.
know this?
I might have her
Yeah.
come and be a part of my class that I'm
There you
a part
go.
of.
I
That'd
could.
be great.
I could.
All right, here we go. In my hand, my pork burger stained hand, the bucket of bunk.
Ooh.
We want the bunk.
Oh, yes, you do.
Give us the bunk.
Well, you don't have... Nicely done, Jeff. Jeff on there. Sort of falsetto at the end. Errol Flynn, born on this date. Remember Errol Flynn? Swashbuckling Errol Flynn. He died at the age of 50. Oh, man, so young. Australian born. He was teamed with Olivia de Havilland early on. He was the latter day Rudolph Valentino of the silent films Into the Talkies.
Okay.
Best known as Robin Hood, the original Robin Hood.
The original Robin Hood.
Oh, yeah.
And he was also in westerns like Dodge City in 1940 or 1939, Santa Fe Trail 1940, San Antonio in 1945. He just did movies about towns, it sounds like. Somewhat of a womanizer. I'm not, giving you any big... He would also like to have an adult beverage or two.
Okay.
Or 5.
Which was fine in those days.
Chain smoker, and he did a few drugs.
Oh, well, there you go.
He kind of did the whole... It's sort of a cafeteria plan for Errol Flynn.
Fun tangent on him.
Yeah,
When
yeah.
Rob Reiner and
Yeah.
everyone else, when they were getting ready to make The Princess Bride.
Yes.
In The Princess Bride, in the book, it doesn't describe, but it says it was the best sword duel ever. Ever.
Right.
So, of course, you have to then have that on film.
Right.
And as Reiner was interviewing different people to choreograph and teach the sword fighting, he said, I want it to look like Errol Flynn and, I'm sorry, I can't remember the other great swashbuckler of the day. And the guy they were interviewing said, well, good, I've worked with both of them.
No kid.
And that's one of the best scenes is that whole sword
Wow.
fight in The Princess Bride. One of my favorite movies.
You ever
Just
heard...
so you know, I'm not left-handed.
That's right. I'm not left-handed either.
Do you remember... Have you heard the phrase, in like Flynn?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I always thought it was in like Flint. But that's not the
No,
case.
no.
Really?
No, it was because he was so cool in the day. The phrase was coined in like Flynn because of
Okay.
Errol Flynn.
I did not know that.
Yes.
Did not know that.
So that's a little interesting
Yeah, I know that.
tidbit.
I'm learning already. And
There
it's
you go.
only
Well, we're
8,
bellying
8:15
up to the
this morning.
we're bellying up to the trough of knowledge and slurping here early in the show.
Yes.
Yay.
He also had some interesting things in his house.
Uh-oh.
He had lots of fake rooms and two-way mirrors, and in the guest bedroom there was a trap door. No soup for you.
Middle eye, the guess is just not working out.
Right. Ejection seat.
He ended up retiring to Jamaica. He had 3 wives, 2 of which he pressed the button, who fell out of the guest bedroom, and 4 kids. So, Errol Flynn. Chet Atkins, Mr. Guitar,
Yes.
born on this date. He died in 2001 at the age of 77. A distinctive guitarist, produced albums for Hank Snow, Dottie West, Perry Como, Floyd Kramer, Elvis,
Right.
numbered 21 of the 100 best guitar players of all time, according to Rolling Stone.
Wow.
14 Grammys. He is in the Rock, Country Music, and Just Music Hall of Fames. He's
a triple threat.
He is. He had he traded an old pistol when he was 9. He owned an old pistol at 9 to his brother for a guitar, and that's how he started playing guitar.
Oh. Here's your more Princess Bride tangential
Okay.
6 degrees of
Okay.
separation. Mark Knopfler
Yes,
from
one
Dire
of the great
Straits.
guitarists.
Oh,
Yeah.
love him. he did the music for The Princess Bride.
Right.
He also did an album with,
With
Chet Atkins.
Did not know
Yes,
that.
he did.
Mark Knopfler.
Not too long ago.
Yeah.
One of the
I mean,
great,
my
I
memory.
think, guitar
Last
solos.
20 years.
Money for Nothing.
Oh,
At the
yeah.
beginning of that. What
Oh,
a
yeah.
great.
Yes.
So anyway, Chet Atkins played his guitar quite a bit in the bathroom. You know why?
Better sound.
You got it.
There we go.
Good acoustics in the John.
Definitely.
Yeah, he bought an electric car early on, but there was no place to plug it in within 25 miles of his house.
Oops.
That could be a problem.
So he had to go 25 miles to learn how to play it. He was also a ham radio operator, well known.
Wow.
Ham. You don't hear many people doing that anymore.
Tim Allen is a big
Is he?
ham radio guy. Yeah.
Audie Murphy, born on this date in 1924, actor, the most decorated American soldier of World War II. He died in 1971. He was buried at Arlington National Cemetery. He had every combat award for valor available from the United States, and he had awards from France and Belgium as well. At age 19, he held off an entire German company for an hour at the Coleman Pocket in France. He was wounded and he ran out of ammo, but still held off that German company, which is amazing.
Wow.
After Pearl Harbor, his sister helped him get into the Army because they faked his birth date. And he was turned down because he was too light, weight-wise, by the Army, Navy, Marines, and then finally, after, a hot fudge sundae, the Army
Sand
took him
in
in.
his pocket.
Yes. He then, after getting out of the war, of course, he's a national hero. He had a 21-year acting career, and the first thing he did was he played himself, which was a real stretch for him, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Right.
In 1949, To Hell and Back was the name of the movie. It's a great movie. He also was probably the first person to be identified as suffering from PTSD.
Oh, wow. Sure.
He slept with a pistol under his pillow. And anyway, he died in an airplane crash in Virginia in 1971, all too young, 46 years old, Audie Murphy. Brian Wilson, born on this date in 1942. He's 77. Of course, he's the quote-unquote genius
Right.
of the Beach Boys.
Right.
The
Signed-
mad genius.
Yes, mad is the key word. He signed with Capitol Records in 1962, and then he co-wrote 24 top 40 hits with the Beach Boys. Lifelong struggle with mental illness, referred to as a genius by many. His brothers Carl and Dennis in the Beach Boys, as well as cousin Mike Love and their friend Al Jardine. Brian Wilson has two daughters. Those two daughters are 2/3 of the group Wilson Phillips.
Right.
Didn't know that. Dad was the problem in that family. I don't know if you've ever seen the movie about the Beach Boys.
No.
Dad wanted to control everything, and the boys rebelled. And so what the dad did was go out and sell the entire Beach Boy publishing catalog
Oh, no.
for $700,000. It's probably worth $100 million now.
Right.
And that was it between Dad and the boys.
Right.
Can you imagine? Woof.
No.
John Goodman is 67 today. Of course, he was known best as Dan Connor in Roseanne, which was very successful between 88 and 97, and was going to be really successful in 2018, but
For about a month and a half.
Right.
until Roseanne opened her mouth, and then it was over.
But he's also the voice of Sully in Monsters, Inc.
Right.
Absolutely.
He's a couple of different voices.
He also
I
had some
recall.
great roles. He played Babe Ruth in The Babe.
Yeah.
Right.
And did it with zest. He was in a movie early on called Raising Arizona that I thought was one of the more bizarre movies I've ever seen in 1987.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
Have you seen that one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's been a
really-
long time.
Really
ago.
bizarre.
Yeah, it is. Weird.
The Big Lebowski. Mm-hmm. That is a piece of cinematic treasure. You can't really quote him much, though.
Okay.
Not here.
I don't have the beep button.
Yeah, we don't have that here. He went to Afton. He grew up in St. Louis.
Right. He's on the St. Louis Walk of Fame there.
And he grew up went to Afton High. He got a football scholarship at what was then Southwest Missouri State, what is now Missouri State University. And but he when he got there, he decided acting was better than playing the line on a college football team.
Right.
Got
Sure.
got his Bachelor of Arts in 1975 in theater.
Theater.
He's also some of the other movies, the Flintstones. He played Fred,
Right.
Right.
and The Hangover. He was in that.
Okay.
The trilogy,
Oh, heavens.
and he's an unbelievably frequent host on Saturday Night Live.
Okay.
Cool.
All right. So there are, I believe, all of the birthdays. This date in history: West Virginia became the 35th state in
Yay, West
1863. 1941, the U.S. Army Air Force was established, replacing the Army Air Corps. The Army Air Force was abolished with the establishment of the Air Force in
Okay.
1947.
Although the government is really good with redundancy. Why would they have done that?
Now, they decided that they needed their own branch. They don't need to be a
Sure.
part of the Army.
Okay, fine.
1947, Benjamin Bugsy Siegel, murdered in Beverly Hills, California. An order of mob associates angered over the soaring costs of his project, the Flamingo Resort in Las Vegas.
I stayed there.
Did
Oh,
you?
you did.
I did. My brother got married out there, and that's where we stayed, and that's where the wedding was.
You probably didn't see Bugsy because he was knocked off in 47.
No, definitely did not see
But you
him.
probably wouldn't have been able to stay there if it hadn't been for Bugsy.
This is true.
Always thought it'd be interesting to have a nickname like Bugsy. Doesn't that say something?
That does say something.
Okay.
I'm not
not sure
entirely
what.
sure what, but yeah, right, exactly.
Not sure what. But
1966, the U.S. Open golf tournament broadcast in color for the first time on TV. 67, Muhammad Ali convicted.
and by the way, in that broadcast,
Yeah.
people learned the grass was green.
That would be something that would learn instead of a light gray.
Like simple light gray. Yeah.
67, Muhammad Ali convicted in Houston of violating selective service laws. He was later overturned. 97, the tobacco industry agreed to a massive settlement in exchange for major relief from mounting lawsuits and legal bills. Music history. The Beatles album Yesterday and Today, released by Capitol Records in 1966. In 69, Jimi Hendrix earned the largest paycheck for a single show at that time, $125,000 for a single set at the Newport Pop Festival. And American Bandstand in 73 celebrated its 20th anniversary with a 20-minute television special. Little Richard, Paul Revere and the Raiders, Cheech and Chong, and Three Dog Night making appearances. Is that a lineup or what? I like the beat. I'm going to give it a 90, Dick.
Dick Clark and Cheech and Chong in the
There
same
you
show.
go.
Wow. I need more coffee before I really process
You know that.
it.
What year was that? Did I say?
73?
Yeah, I was pretty much in my prime.
You were in your prime then.
Yeah, 70. You missed that. You missed that this week, Debbie.
Your prime? Yes.
Well, no,
Tell me about your
here's
prime.
the story. So we have Libby Lingenfelder here, and
Mm-hmm.
she did trivia. And she did it from 1997, the year she graduated from high school. Okay,
Wow. Yeah.
right?
Okay.
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 And I said, I don't know, man. That's a long time ago. I don't
Yeah.
remember 1997. I said. And she says, well, come on, it would have been in your prime. And she still works here.
Would have been in your prime.
What does that mean? What does it mean I'm in now? The decline. The steep decline. Let's take a break. We'll be back with, the question of the day. Let me tell you the question of the day before we go to a break. We asked it. I think the farmers were too busy to answer it.
Uh-huh.
But Debbie's here, and she can talk for the ag,
Community.
everybody in the ag community.
Sure.
Will talk. She can be the mouthpiece for them. We asked the farmers who are struggling to get their crops planted, have you ever had a more challenging spring? And we'll tell you the answers after this break.
Big games, breaking news, and behind-the-scenes stories. This is Bill Pollock, your host for the Big Ten Today each weekday here on WFIW. The Big Ten Conference is legendary, and we'll keep you updated. From football to basketball and everything in between, the Big Ten Today gives you exclusive access to news from every Big Ten program. Tune in weekdays for the Big Ten Today right here on WFIW AM 1390 and 103.3 FM, your News Talk connection.
This is Christy, and yes, Carnaby is WFIW Business of the Day today. We're kicking off our summer sale with our super specials. All dresses, tees, tanks, shorts, capris from Multiples, Softworks, Charlie B, and Tribal are 25% off. All Brighton sandals, flip-flops, and straw bags, 25% off. With a $125 Brighton purchase, receive a free Rainbow Bright canvas tote. If you shop today, you'll receive an additional 10% off at the register. We're open late tonight. Come see us.
Hey, Amy, did you know the Honda Dream Deal sales event is literally happening right now, where you can literally get great deals on certified pre-owned Hondas?
Literally? I don't trust that word anymore ever since my coworker Jerry told me he could literally eat 1,000 burritos.
Well, that's literally impossible, but there is literally a Honda Dream Deal sales event happening right now. And Honda is KBB.com's 2019 Best Value brand. Seriously.
Now's the time to get a great deal on a certified pre-owned Honda at your local Honda dealer.
Based on 2019 brand image awards from Kelley Blue Book, visit KBB.com for more information.
With the Discover It Miles card, you can go further than you've ever gone before. Like sun on your face, book in your hand, kids playing in the sand further. Because the Discover It Miles card offers unlimited 1.5 miles on every purchase and will automatically match all the miles you earn at the end of your first year. So that means your 35,000 miles could become 70,000. It's just that easy. So get out there with your Discover It Miles card today. Limitations apply. Discover match for new card members only. Learn more at discover.com/travel.
6 out of 10 people diagnosed with Alzheimer's will wander at some point. Silver Search is a new tool in Illinois to help locate those missing with Alzheimer's or another dementia. Go to silversearchillinois.org for more information on how you can help law enforcement agencies when someone goes missing. You can also find information on brain health and early warning signs of Alzheimer's on our website, silversearchillinois.org.
Sponsored by the Alzheimer's Association.
Time Capsule, sponsored today by Save-A-Lot Food Store on West Main, Fairfield.
Hi, this is Bill Stevens with another Time Capsule quiz. Which month and year was it when a mob in Iran seized the U.S. Embassy, took hostages, and demanded the return of the Shah? Ted Kennedy told us,
"Today I formally announce that I'm a candidate for President of the United States."
1 week later, Ronald Reagan took the plunge.
I am here to announce my intention to seek the Republican nomination.
Willie Stargell, Keith Hernandez, and Don Baylor were picked as baseball's MVPs. 80 million people watch Jaws on TV. And here's what the radio sounded like.
Cool change.
All these songs came out together. But when? The answer and a little taste of the top song from the month and year are coming up.
Swing by the Fairfield Save-A-Lot and take advantage of these great deals. Florida seedless watermelons, $3.79. Fresh sweet corn, 4 for $1. Bananas are 29 cents a pound. And peaches, plums, or nectarines, 89 cents a pound. Price is good through Saturday. Good food, great people, great prices at your Save-A-Lot store located on West Main Street in Fairfield, and give them a like on Facebook.
November 1979. Babe, I love you.
Styx and Babe, the top song of November 1979. This is Bill Stevens for tcapsule.com. Back soon with another Time Capsule.
Time Capsule has been sponsored today by Save-A-Lot Food Store on West Main, Fairfield.
I want to correct myself, by the way. The Humane Society does not run a cat house. The Humane Society has a house or a pound full of cats, overrunning with cats. They would like for you to adopt a cat. That's the message. Did I do a better job that time?
That's better.
Thank you, Tom.
clarity is always good.
It is crystal clear. We always seek clarity. The question of the day for our area farmers struggling to get their crops planted. And before I go further, if you had to have to put a percentage of how much is planted on your farm, Debbie, how much would you say?
I would say about 30%.
Wow. You see, now we're getting all these state totals that are like in 70 and 80%. And Mark Turner said yesterday, that's the state total. That's not the total here.
Right.
Because I think we're getting this train effect of rain that's making it worse for us.
Yeah.
Anyway, the question was just generally, have you ever had a more challenging spring? Now, I have to say, I can't remember a spring in my life. Of course, I've put many years in the book, to remember back wet springs. I can remember like unbelievable snowfall years.
Right.
Okay, I can remember those years, but I can't remember that. But you looked the other day, and that 4-inch rain was a record for us,
Was
right?
the record for the day, which beat a record from, I think it was 2000. So it wasn't that
far
old
yeah.
in the record.
Anyway, this one right now, have you ever had a more challenging spring? And we had 31 of the 36 people say they have not had a more challenging spring.
Right.
So an overwhelming number of the small amount. We had 766 people look at the question, but only about 40 of them respond to it.
Right.
So
they're too depressed to answer.
well, maybe they're. How much? What do you do if you can't get in the field, Debbie?
Well, you do all kinds of jobs that you have been meaning to do around the house and around the farm.
That makes it all the more difficult for you, doesn't it?
Right. Well, no, actually, no. That's okay. There've been several things. We did get a new roof, much needed new roof.
Good.
But we needed also. I wanted to change the color of our shutters. I don't know what I was thinking when I originally bought them. Thought they kind of matched the other buildings, but then.
So what you're
buyer's
saying
remorse.
is the rain.
So he's been redoing. He's been painting the shutters.
The rain turns into a list of honeydews.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
I don't put those on him. These are mostly things that he has wanted to do.
All right, good. I was going to say, if I was Clinton, I'd say, please let me get out on that planet.
Oh yeah. He's definitely been saying that. Yeah.
All right. Well, having said that, we've got something to give away here. Because we're a giving sort. We just give and give and give. We've got tickets for the Whippoorwill Rodeo that's going to be at the Hamilton County Fairgrounds. If you don't have plans this weekend, and you can't be a part of this, Tom Levine. Saturday night, the 22nd at 7 p.m., these tickets are worth $15 a piece. And we'd like to be able to give them to you if you're willing to call real fast to us.
842-3715 is the number to call to get your tickets on these your hands on these tickets for the Whippoorwill Rodeo this weekend in McLeansboro.
Yeah, they're going to have bareback riding, the saddle bronc riding, cowgirl breakaway, roping. Yes,
okay.
Who's there?
Good morning.
Hi.
This is Cindy Ellis.
Cindy, would you like? How many tickets you need, Cindy?
Well, I have two little granddaughters who would love to go, and probably I would need to go with them.
All right, here's the deal. We got 4.
Okay.
You think you can use them all?
Oh, absolutely.
Cindy Ellis, you're quick on the draw, and that means you get 4 tickets to the Whippoorwill Rodeo that's going to be down in Hamilton County's Fairgrounds at 7 o'clock on Saturday. You need to come out. Out here on the East Highway, as you drive out there, there's this great big tower. It's red
she
and
lives
white.
just north of us.
Which then she could probably see that great big tower. Here's the thing, Cindy. Move to the tower. Go towards the tower. And underneath it, there will be tickets for you to pick up, okay?
All right.
Well, in the building, not actually under the tower itself.
It will not be underneath the tower. They'll actually be in the building next to the tower, okay?
Okay, I don't have to climb the tower.
No. Well, I'll tell you what, that would be a great promotion, don't you think?
Climb the tower.
We go up and we clip it up to the top of the tower and say, if you really want these tickets, you got to go up there and get them. And while you're up there, by the way, change the bulbs for us. Would you?
Yes, okay.
All right.
And don't take your four-wheeler through the field, okay?
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, we don't need the ruts. Thank you. Take care, Cindy. Thanks for listening, too. We really appreciate it. So, there you go. Another winner.
Easy as that.
Another winner.
Awesome.
All right, so let me take a look at some other information here. So anyway, you're telling me you're getting a lot of other stuff done, but only 30% of the crop is in.
Right.
And have you guys talked about the drop dead or what you're going to do if you can't get the crops that you wanted to? When does this become academic? It's not going to happen.
Oh, it's a lot of it is already going on. Yeah, corn, pretty much done with that, and beans. It's just getting to the point where there's no point in all the farmers are talking. Oh, I put in my insurance, prevented planting, and so there will be enough money to at least cover those kind of expenses. But yeah, definitely far from ideal.
That produces a great deal of angst.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
I'm sorry,
Yes.
because I said when I came back to Fairfield, it used to be manufacturing, mining, oil, and then agriculture, and
Right.
now all of a sudden, 10 years later, it's agriculture, and agriculture is what it is.
Right. Well, we're very grateful for crop insurance. There were many years where Terry and Carolyn farmed, and there was no such thing, or it wasn't a viable option really, and
Right.
so we're grateful to at least be able to still have the farm by
Well.
the time we're done.
Well, we hope that stays that way.
Me too.
All right. Got a story out of Limestone County, Alabama. Authorities arrested a man and are searching for another after they found methamphetamine, drug paraphernalia, body armor, and an attack squirrel during a search on Monday.
Oh.
The Sheriff's Department there said that Ronnie Reynolds, 37 years old, arrested during the search. They added Mickey Pollock, 35. He is wanted by investigators. They're still looking for him. Investigators said they searched the apartment and found an attack squirrel being fed meth to keep it aggressive.
Oh.
They found meth, drug paraphernalia, body armor, and the squirrel in a cage, pawing to get out to attack them. Now,
Right.
here's what do you do when you find that?
Only in Alabama would you find an attack squirrel.
Yeah.
Only in Alabama would you find somebody that would feed a squirrel methamphetamine.
Now we're giving everybody.
They're
the
gonna be
idea.
afraid of that.
Copycat crimes.
My squirrel's got some bad teeth.
Oh heavens!
There you go. Get after you.
I don't think.
Don't worry about biting. Just worry about clawing. Is that what
Yes.
we're saying? Without the teeth.
You
Although
know-
if they're jagged, it could be even worse. I don't know.
My squirrel will gum you to death. Anyway, they put this bad player, the squirrel, out in the forest. What a terrible! Here's a little squirrel hopped up on meth, and there's the forest.
Didn't take him to rehab.
Right.
He's going to go out. He's going to bring in more squirrels,
Right.
and it'll be have an entire forest of aggressive squirrels.
Oh heavens!
That's very upsetting.
Methamphetamine hopped up.
What happens when he comes
Squirrels
back down?
on the street corners going.
Yeah. Hey.
Oh gosh.
I've got a nut for only $5 for you.
Score some meth.
Yeah, score.
Right.
How about a walnut? Interesting. Speaking of people that don't act correctly, like an attack squirrel, they had a passenger zip tied and duct taped after punching a flight attendant on a Pittsburgh to Dallas American Airlines flight. This was this week. It happened that 32-year-old Brandon Gangus of Weatherford, Texas, he was upset about bottles of water that the guy next to him, the next seat, were drinking.
Mm-hmm.
And he got into a fight, and then they got into a brawl, and then the flight attendant came over, and he apparently punched her in the chest. Not a good thing to do. No, you get your squirrel to do that. You don't that
Right.
personally.
Yes. Yes. The squirrel that's in the in the belly of the plane.
Rocky, get her.
What?
Watch me pull a rabbit out of my head.
Eventually, crew members and the passenger zip tied him and duct taped him. Now sit back and enjoy. I hope you enjoy your flight.
Everybody else enjoys their flight.
One passenger apparently screamed, "Go get him." I'd be that guy, especially I had 8 people on my shoulder.
Me too. I would say that, and then I'd duck down behind all the tall people in front of me.
Yeah, take away the squirrel. Let's see here. Mister, drop your squirrel, walk away. He was charged with public drunkenness, disorderly conduct, assault and battery, and disorderly conduct. And he used, quote, a variety of colorful obscenities, end of quote.
Mm-hmm.
Probably not a scholar.
Okay.
I'm going to guess. I'm going to guess
I'll
you're
guess
right.
you're
Yeah,
right,
sorry.
yeah. All right. Tiny houses are the rage right now.
Right.
Did you know that?
Yes.
I know that.
You know what I always thought was neat? Out here on the West Highway, when you go past what was the dump, there's a little house over there. You know what I'm talking about? A little tiny house. It didn't look like it has more than 2 or 3 rooms. I always thought, gosh, that would be interesting to live. You wouldn't want to live there with somebody.
Right.
That would be the place you'd go to hide from everybody.
Right.
But some of these tiny houses are less than 400 square feet, and they're the rage right now.
Right.
Not only ones that you build on, little wood foundations so that they're portable,
Right.
but they actually build them on tires, so
Right.
you can move them.
Right.
Right.
They built one out at the
Frontier.
college. Yeah.
Right.
Anyway, they're the rage right now, the proliferation of home improvement shows on networks like HGTV. Here's another one that I can blame HGTV on.
Exactly.
Right.
Let me tell you something. This network is going to be the death of us. It certainly has hurt me.
I get it. I get it.
You know how many
Yeah.
ideas come from HGTV that I end up paying for?
Yes, I do.
You
Carol?
need 2 sinks in the bathroom.
Walk away from the HGTV.
Right.
Or I'm getting out the squirrel. Cost is one of the driving factors. The tiny houses, just over 200 square feet with a customized interior, can go for $50,000. Now,
I would go nuts.
Here's the thing. You'll start watching these shows like on HGTV.
Right.
And you start seeing when they go out to see the 3 houses in Malibu for
Right.
$1.4 million that look in Fairfield like to be worth about $100,000.
Right.
And then you see this and you say, wow, $50,000 is not too bad. And I can put it on the back of my F-150 if I don't like my
Right.
neighbor.
Right. But you can store nothing
No.
in them.
No.
Oh,
You're
I
lucky.
need no. I was thinking about
Talk
that.
about your
you can only
downsizing.
buy a pack of 4 rolls of toilet paper at a time. You can't buy a bigger pack because you have no place to put them. Clinton and I have been going round
really,
and round about.
Actually, I have to say, Debbie, it all depends on how many squares you use.
Well, I guess this is true.
I mean, Tom, I don't know if you realize, but our research has indicated that the average person uses 8 squares per bathroom session.
I want to know who gets paid to research this.
8.6, actually. We learned this in an earlier show.
Right.
This is all about us bellying up to the trough of knowledge and slurping
Right.
here at this show. We learned that. Now, I came up front and said, I'm a 20-square guy. Okay? Now, here's the thing, Debbie.
Right.
If you're going to go into a tiny house, you're going to have to conform to the 8.6 squares.
Right. Everything in your life gets smaller.
Yes, it does. I can tell you that for sure. So you don't think you could survive? I say the thing about it is,
I'm claustrophobic. There's no way I could be.
I stayed in a 28-foot camper
Right.
with my wife before we built our cabin.
Yeah.
No.
No. Yeah, we have a
It
26 foot
depends
camper,
on
same
where
thing.
you live. Because
Well-
we lived, 5 of us lived in a camper in Florida.
It was okay.
It was okay.
Well, you can
I
go
was-
outside. You're in
I was
Florida
outside.
Beach,
You can
right?
go outside.
Exactly. I was
There
a
you
block
go.
from Tampa Bay.
Right.
I was stuck in the forest, and every time we turn around, we'd run into each other.
Yes.
Not good.
Yeah.
Not
No,
good at
I know.
all. So
Like
I don't
said,
think I'd be a
depends
candidate.
on where you are.
I don't think I'd be a candidate for a tiny house, but they're the rage, and it's because of HGTV. I'm just saying. I think that channel.
property brothers.
I know. Well, the DIY network is propagating all of that also. There's
Right.
more than one channel that is at fault.
Both, I believe, inspired by the communist threat to this world.
Of course.
They must be eradicated. TV personality Melissa Rycroft has been ill. I've been hearing this over and over again.
Okay.
Don't be going to the Dominican Republic, either one of you.
Okay.
You're not planning on that.
No, I'm not, but my sister and her family are there right now.
No.
But they're at the Nickelodeon Resort. They're
Okay,
going
I'm
for
just
the
telling
boys.
you.
Yeah,
I'm
I
hearing
know.
this over
I
and
know.
over. Have you been watching this?
Yeah, I have.
She is the former Dancing with the Stars. She was also on The Bachelor. She's been battling a mysterious bug after vacation with her family on the island that has been making headlines for sick visitors, some deathly so in recent weeks.
Yes.
A source described Rycroft as really sick, but while pals have been worried and buzzing about, she was a former Dallas Cowboy cheerleader. She's got a pretty nice resume.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. She seems to be taking it in stride, is not worried. But so, how do you pick the Dominican Republic to go on vacation? I mean, I guess it's a pretty good deal now that everybody's getting sick.
Right.
Prices are slashed.
Bring Imodium.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. That we don't get to go on vacations like that very
especially
often.
during planning.
Not like this, right?
No, yeah, this is not the time to do it. Anyway, isn't that amazing that so they're at a place that you feel comfortable, they're secure in where they are.
I guess so. I mean, it's the Nickelodeon Resort. I haven't heard anything bad about that. So
Big Poppy
maybe
had
more
problems
with-
there too.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Big Poppy was the
Yes.
baseball player.
Yeah.
Hitman, that had nothing. Well, he shot him in the stomach, so he had stomach problems too.
Well,
wasn't
kind of a little
Blood poisoning.
Yeah, right. Yeah, blood poisoning.
All right. You flagged me off when we got to go do something else.
we
Tom.
got to talk to Jeff here.
Oh, okay. At Le Mans.
At Le Mans. And so we got to get to
Okay.
trivia questions, right?
Yes. So okay, you have the questions.
I have
Go
the
ahead.
questions. Okay. General trivia from 1967 to 1970. Who played the Flying Nun on TV?
Oh, I know that. I know that.
We're gonna start not easy.
Sally.
Oh, you can't answer.
Oh, sorry.
You can't
Can you
answer.
hear it? Oh, sorry. Sorry.
We-
I didn't
we-
say
we-
anything.
we
These are
give
just
the-
questions.
You didn't hear anything.
We just do questions, then we take a break, and then we come back from it.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, I didn't hear Sally Field. Go ahead.
Okay. Which Olympic sport originated in Southern California in the 20s?
Okay.
What country is the city of Gouda in, where Gouda cheese is traded?
Oh.
What country is that?
That's Gouda.
Which religious
Gouda
figure
question.
won the Nobel Peace Prize in 1989 despite being in exile?
Oh, I know that. I know that.
In 1946, Al Capone was examined by a psychiatrist who concluded that after 20 years of high living, he had the mental capability of a 12-year-old. His brain had been ravaged by a disease. What was the disease?
I know that too.
What is the name of the actor who played the lead character Sam Beckett in the TV show Quantum Leap? What is the name of the word game that uses 16-letter dice that make a loud noise when you shake them?
Okay, probably not something I've done. So
Number 8. Rose tree is the literal translation of which genus of plant?
Okay.
Number 9. What kind of cheese was originally made by Mexican Franciscan friars during the 19th century?
This is it might be general, but
It's
there's a cheese
There's a
theme
cheese
here.
theme,
yes.
yeah. And what is the name of the... This is from Seinfeld.
Okay.
What is the restaurant owned by Babu Bhatt? What is the name of that restaurant?
Babu!
Babu!
Okay. So we'll take a break. We'll be back with more morning coffee after this.
Those are the questions.
If you can hear me, you already know that radio works. Let me, Libby Lingenfelter, show you what else we can do at the original company, like direct mail and digital marketing. Call me, Libby Lingenfelter, at WFIW WOKZ 842-2159.
Your air conditioners let you down and you need service fast. My name is Roy Finley of Finley's Refrigeration, Heating and Air in Fairfield. Give me a call at 599-9888 and I'll be there. I work on commercial refrigeration, commercial and residential heating and air conditioning, as well as electrical needs. I'm always available with 24-hour emergency service and free estimates. Call me or text me, Finley's Refrigeration, Heating and Air at 599-9888 and I'll be there fast.
Your professional Pekin Insurance Agency, Tucker Hallam Insurance, Wayne City, specializes in families. From auto accidents to home disasters to that very memorable first day of college, you'll have peace of mind with insurance from your Pekin Insurance Agency, putting you and your family first with insurance coverage for your home, auto, life, health, or business, and at competitive rates that will fit your individual needs. Call your Pekin Insurance Agency, Tucker Hallam Insurance today, going beyond the expected.
Nicotine is addictive, and when you try to quit, your brain tells you it needs more. It takes the average person 5 to 7 tries to quit smoking. The Illinois Tobacco Quit Line offers tools and counseling so you don't have to quit alone. Call 1-866-QUIT-YES for a free quit plan, craving support, and follow-up. We've helped thousands of people quit smoking. We can help you too. Call 1-866-QUIT-YES, online at quityes.org, Facebook and Twitter. Brought to you by the Illinois Department of Public Health and the American Lung Association in Illinois.
Life keeps you busy. We make it a little easier. This is Jessica Sanders from the Fairfield Banking Company. Let us help simplify your day by enrolling you in internet banking with bill pay and mobile deposit. You can transfer funds, pay a bill, or deposit a check at your convenience without coming to the bank. It's as easy as point, click, and submit. Banking made easy at the Fairfield Banking Company. We're the hometown banks, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Working toward your dream career can be more affordable with Vincennes University. Invest in a focused quality education that is trusted by industries to deliver results. Study on campus or online. No matter where you are, Vincennes University can help you reach your goals. Learn more at vinu.edu. Vincennes University. Focused quality education.
Come on in to Napa and Fairfield and get the spring season started off right. We have lawnmower batteries starting at $22.99, golf cart batteries starting at $99.99. And don't forget, if you buy a set of wiper blades, we will install them for free. So stop on by your Fairfield Napa and ask for David, Chad, Vince, Steve, Nolan, Chaylin, or Derek at 123 West Delaware and get the good stuff.
Napa, get the good stuff.
A lot of calls.
We are back. We are talking to Jeff Black at Le Mans Chevrolet Chrysler Center in Fairfield. How you doing today, Jeff?
I'm doing well, folks. How are everybody out there on the hill?
We're doing pretty well,
Staying
Jeff.
dry.
We're having a very, very intellectual conversation about such things as overly aggressive squirrels that have been fed methamphetamine and things like that. None of that stuff happens down there, though, does it?
No. Now, the Sheldon does get into some pretty hot pepper every once in a while. Those squirrels and stuff getting fired up, that's the closest we come.
Okay.
All right. Well, I'm sure you also have some deals down there.
Oh, of course we've got some deals, and there's something I was going to announce. The Chevy Blazer, it's a new crossover. We've got it in. The Blazer is a little larger than the Equinox, not quite as big as a Traverse. It's got kind of some sporty appearance to it, and they even brought it out with a $2,000 discount to give you a start with.
Wow.
That is a really neat new crossover that we've got out. Good fuel economy, good performance. Several vehicles right now have got some really huge discounts. For example, 2019 Ram Laramie Longhorn. You guys sitting down?
I'm sitting down.
$18,668 of discounts off of this thing.
Wow.
I can remember when that's what you could buy a truck for.
Uh-huh.
And now that's the discount. But that is a discount for the Ram. And besides that, of course, we've got, if you're interested in a Buick, the Buick Enclaves right now have a $3,750 rebate. We have some select Buick Envisions that have a $4,750 rebate. And then I almost need some background music to announce this next deal.
Uh-oh.
You know what time of year it is? It's time. There you go. It's the time of year to go topless.
Ooh.
Come to Le Mans and buy you a Jeep Wrangler and go topless. It's almost that time of the year. I promise it's going to quit raining any day.
Well, the fact that we got all the rain means there's a lot more mud out there.
Yeah, exactly. You so you can go topless, have a little mudding, have a little fun, and the sun's going to shine shortly, I promise.
Okay. All right. What's in? You get any good trade-ins lately?
We have a Shelby 500 Cobra Mustang. It's got kind of an expensive price tag on it, but if somebody's looking for something neat to kind of bring that adrenaline up a little bit, we've got one of those available right now. It's not going to last long, but it's red and it's ready.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, and they can find you on the lot, or they can go online. What's the website?
That's right. LeMansOnline.com.
Okay. All right. Thanks a lot, Jeff.
You're welcome, and remember, you'll like the way we do business.
Thanks a lot, Jeff.
You're welcome.
That's Jeff Black from Le Mans Chevrolet Chrysler Center here in Fairfield. Shelby Cobra. Doggone it. Father's Day is over. Now let's get to the radar weather. Taking a look at the radar, it's pretty clear throughout southeastern Illinois. The rain has moved up into Indiana and Kentucky. And around the area, it is 68 here in Fairfield. It is 67 in Olney, 67 in Flora, 68 in Salem. It is 69 in Mount Vernon, 69 in McLeansboro, 70 in Carmi, 70 in Grayville. That's a look at the radar for today here on WFIW.
So happy to have you back on Morning Coffee, and you got a shout out, Deb?
I do.
Tell us about it.
To the Fairfield Tennis. Building a program, Tommy Kent, DK Wood for all of these years.
Oh my!
They're
yes.
really working to build the technique for the kids. Got a small program, but it's growing, and the kids are really learning.
It's really difficult to hit the ball while you're wearing water wings. That's the only thing.
This is true. That's kind of a problem.
Tread and hit the ball. Tread and hit the ball.
Right.
Flippers.
Right. Well, and it's kind of, at what point can you not see the net anymore?
The net. There's fish in the net.
Wait. Yeah. It's better than Nathan a couple of times has been stung by, and in different places, stung by yellow jackets. I was going to call them white jackets. I knew that wasn't
Let me tell you something. Those
jellyfish.
Right. Yeah.
Those meth-eating bumblebees. They're tough. All right. So we have trivia.
All right, question number 1. From 1967 to 1970, who played the Flying Nun on TV? The answer
you
is
said
Sally Field.
Yeah,
Sally
she was.
Field.
Before that, she was Gidget.
Yes.
And then she became Burt Reynolds' girlfriend.
Yes, he did. Smokey and the Bandit.
Norma Ray.
And Norma Ray. That's what she won an Academy Award for.
You like me, really like me.
Right, I know.
I say that all the time out here.
Yeah. Which Olympic sport originated in Southern California in the 20s?
I'm going to say rowing.
Surfing.
Beach volleyball.
Neither one of us got it
Okay.
right.
What country is the city of Gouda in, where Gouda cheese is traded?
Austria.
I'm going to say Norway.
It's in the Netherlands.
The Netherlands. We were all around it, but we were not in the
Tulips. I love to go see the tulips.
Which religious figure who won a Nobel Peace Prize in 1989, despite being in exile, who was that?
Well, I was going to say Nelson Mandela, but he was not a minister.
No.
So,
it doesn't say minister. It says religious
figure.
In 1989.
1989.
89. Well, that was past Martin Luther King. I'm not sure.
I was in college and planning a wedding. I don't think I was paying attention.
The Dalai Lama.
The Dalai. He's a long hitter. He's a long hitter.
He's a long hitter, the Lama.
That's from.
I didn't kind of realize he was in exile. I guess I need to bone up on the Dalai Lama.
Did they take away his clubs?
Well, Ping set him up. In 1946, Al Capone was examined by a psychiatrist who concluded that after 20 years of high living, he had the mental capability of a 12-year-old. His brain had been ravaged by what disease? Syphilis,
yeah.
Yes. What is the name of the actor who played the lead character, Sam Beckett, in the TV show Quantum Leap?
Oh, he was from St. Louis.
I can see
And
his
he ended
face.
up being in Star Trek as a
He was in
captain.
Star Trek, and now he's in NCIS
Is that what he is?
New Orleans.
Yes.
Mark Hamill?
No.
Scott Bakula.
Scott
Yes,
Bakula,
Scott
the,
Bakula.
the
Bakula.
peanut gallery jumping in. Jeff
Yes.
Vaughn
He's
with
out
the
there
correct-
jumping up.
I know,
Every
not
once in a
Mark
while-
Hamill. Where did that come from?
Mark Hamill was,
Luke
Luke
Skywalker.
Skywalker.
Duh.
Luke, my
I don't know.
son.
I must be getting excited for the next movie that's coming out. Moving on.
All right. What is the name of the word game that uses 16-lettered dice that make a loud noise when you shake them?
I don't know. Not me.
I don't know.
Peanut gallery?
No.
Nobody out there?
Nobody knows boggle.
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm not a boggler.
Rose tree is the literal translation of which genus of plants?
I do not know my genus of
tree,
species.
no,
Yeah.
no.
Rhododendron.
Rhododendron.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
I
I could see that.
What kind of cheese was originally made by Mexican Franciscan friars during the 19th century?
Nacho.
Your second.
Queso. Wait, what?
I don't know. What is it? Anybody out
Monterey
there?
Jack.
Monterey Jack. Oh, I should have known that.
That's a good one.
All right, and your final
Okay.
question from Seinfeld.
Okay.
What is the name of the restaurant owned by Babu Bhatt?
He was an Indian.
No idea.
No.
I still have 14 Seinfeld questions. So.
Well, good. I'm glad to hear that.
Hey.
No curry for you.
Yeah. No soup for you. Yeah. No. And we use that phrase all the time in our family.
I have no idea. What is it?
It's the Dream Cafe.
The Dream Cafe.
Did you say so?
Babu!
Yeah, I knew Babu. Oh, well.
I watched Friends. I didn't watch Seinfeld.
You didn't watch? Oh, well, you've got time. It's going
I
to be
know.
on, it's gonna be on for the next 40 years.
Right.
I have every Seinfeld on DVD.
Oh, there you go.
Good for you. And I have a signed picture of the Soup Nazi,
the Soup Nazi,
in
yeah.
my office. So
cool.
Anyway, Debbie, thank you for coming in. And, you know, our sincere hope and prayers that more crops can get out in the field.
Well, thank you. But you know what? Farmers are tough.
Yes, they are.
And we will all be okay.
Debbie Legg, thank you for being a part of it. And we'll be bringing it home on Friday tomorrow on Morning Coffee. Please join us. Thank you for being here.
Sure. Thanks for having
Proud
me.
voice of the Fairfield Mules and the leader in southeastern Illinois sports. This is WFIW FM Fairfield, Illinois, 104.9.
Time now for the news, brought to you by Boyd Furniture and Mattress Center in downtown Wayne City. 5 showrooms, pictures and prices at BoydFurniture.com, and follow them on Facebook.
Fox News, I'm Chris Foster. A clear message to the United States is what an Iranian military commander says about a Navy surveillance drone being shot down. A U.S. Central Command spokesman says this was an unprovoked attack.
A U.S. Navy high-altitude drone shot down roughly 17 miles from Iran in international airspace over the Strait of Hormuz, not far from where U.S. officials say Iran attacked 2 oil tankers in the Gulf of Oman last week and 4 others last month.
Fox's Lucas Tomlinson. Joe Biden says he's not sorry.
Senators Kamala Harris and Cory Booker are criticizing former Vice President Joe Biden for his recent remarks about his ability decades ago to work with segregationist Southern senators to, quote, get things done. Harris accused Biden of coddling